you. Thank you, Doris.
The changes on the agenda, right? Okay. Hi, it's okay. This is Doris, okay, and I'm the new members for the Chicago table topic today. So today's theme is where you will be when the world stops turning. So think about recently there is a movie called Seeking a Friend from the End of the World. So there's a rumors that by the end of 21st of December this year, that it will be the last day of our world. So what happened it will be? So where will you be? And what is your attitude towards life? So think about what comes to your mind when that moment really comes up. So about the first question that I want somebody to come out to share with us is when one day when you wake up in the morning, somebody tells you that you only have 24 hours left. So how do you spend these 24 hours? So any volunteer? Okay, Andrew.
Hi everybody, hi Toastmaster. My name is Andrew. Okay, so the topic of today is what will happen. What would you do if you found out that today is the last day on Earth?
Yep.
And I was thinking about that. And there are basically two ways to think about it. I think most people would either do the things that they love doing most, like spending time with family, spending time with your loved ones, maybe having a drink, eating your favorite food. Another school of thought might be you could do something you haven't done before. Go skydiving, you know. Maybe instead of just waiting for the world to end from an asteroid or whatever is happening, you could just take the chance to get on a plane and jump out, no parachute. Or jump off a cliff. And you know you're gonna die anyway, so why not do something crazy? Maybe have too much cocaine before. So for me, I think I would not do that as much as I like to do new things. I think in the last moments of my life, I would spend it with my girlfriend, actually my fiance. So we would probably just do the same old things. Maybe go to the place where we went when we first met, go to our favorite restaurants, eat our favorite foods. That's assuming that the world is still working. Like, there will be chefs and waiters. If it's just crazy, maybe I'll join in the chaos and punch somebody. So, I mean, I would just spend time with my loved ones and do my favorite things. And remember my life the way I live and not go crazy and hurt anybody. So that would be what I would do on the last day of the world if it happened that way. Thank you.
Very good. Very positive. I appreciate that. Okay, so after 20 hours, so when that moment really comes in, okay, nobody knows what will happen. So just imagine an open question. Where will you be? Okay, so and who you will be. So just a sharing with you guys. So any volunteer? How about you?
So myself.
Yep. Hi, Jason.
Hi, Doris. I'm Jason. Thank you. So, hello. My name is Jason Belger. It's my very first time speaking in front of Toastmasters, and I'm delighted to join such a courageous group of people who are facing one of the biggest fears that people have, public speaking. So if I've got the question right, Doris, it is where would I be, or who would I be
Yep.
if it was my last hours?
Yep.
Okay. Who would I be? Well, I suppose it wouldn't. I'd have to take a look at who I would deem to be living a pretty at-large and glamorous lifestyle, and Brad Pitt comes to mind. Certainly some famous politicians who are very powerful. Maybe Obama. Or it could just be somebody that I care about deeply, that I admire very deeply. question. And similar to Andrew's earlier posit that there's so much choice to handle, and I actually find myself a bit scared about the opportunity of having so much, and also the opportunity cost of not doing something else, something different. So maybe blowing it as Brad Pitt would be very hedonistic and very enjoyable, but at the same time it would come at the expense of spending quality time with my family and with my kid, for instance. So I would, I think initially I would love to do the Brad Pitt thing and enjoy the fruits of that marriage, etc. But I also must say that home is where the heart is, and I'm very much would be honored to share the life with my family. So I don't know if I've summarized that question or answered that question very well. But thank you for asking. Thank you for calling.
You really like Angela.
Actually, it's a very good sharing, because when times come up, actually is just like reflection of your core value. What's the most important things to you? Okay, the third question is, okay, when that time is really coming in, okay, and there's an angel in front of you asking you, okay, I give you a chance, I give you a shelter, you can go there and then you can save your life. But the only condition is you can only bring one people or one thing. So what will you bring and why? Seems like you guys are thinking about it, right?
Can you repeat it?
Sorry?
Can you repeat these gentlemen were talking?
Oh, guys, come on. It seems like you want to come out, right? Okay, the question is, if you are given a shelter to save your life, but only you can bring one thing, like a person or one thing. So what will you bring with and why? So is that more clear? Okay. So anyone here? So silence today.
Well, you want me to come out?
Yep. JP.
So I'm JP, and then she told me in advance that I'm volunteer. So here I am. Very philosophical question. I just thought that I'll probably be on Facebook doing something. Invite a lot of friends on Facebook and tell them to join me the last time somewhere. If everybody knows that it's the last day of the life, they'll probably show up and then share something. To answer your question precisely. It's a really tough one. What to bring? Is that a question? Something or somebody?
Actually, something or some people you bring with to the shelter.
Yeah, to shelter. I have no clue. I have absolutely no idea.
Or maybe your wife or your kids
Yeah, that'll probably be my wife, my kid, and my kid will be like,
or money.
and then I guess we can go together and then have a mammy, and then I'll probably give my seeds to somebody else, and then why don't you try and see what's going on out there? So, I mean, if you're the only guy in town in this world, that's probably not fun at all, right? So, but yeah, I guess this topic is quite interesting, and most of us, I'm sure, will be random things. We like to think of ourselves as a rational person, but when danger comes, you really don't know how you're going to react, and it gets a couple of things quite chaotic. So that's what I wanted to share, and yeah, I'll get into that.
I know my question is a little bit challenging, but actually it's a good reflection for yourself. So who will be the most important thing? Who will be the most important people, and what is your most important thing when the days really come in? Okay, the last question is, okay, when that critical moment has gone, okay, you found that you are still alive, okay, congratulations. But somebody take you to another place that it seems that is around 10 years ago, but you still have 10 years memory within that. So it means that you have a chance to rebirth and also to live together with the one that you are really in love with. So if you still have the chance to rebirth, so how do you live differently? So anyone here?
Chinese Day. I just still thinking over this problem, over this question. Actually, to put this question in another way, it's kind of like I was satisfied with your current life. If you are not satisfied, kind of how you will kind of went through the last 10 years. For me personally, I'm quite satisfied about my current life. I'm a PhD student in HK University, working with a very nice professor, and learning the knowledge and hopefully to create something new and contribute to the body of the human knowledge. So in this sense, I don't regret anything that I did in the last 10 years. I'm not such an ambitious person that if you get 90 points in the exam, that's it. And, it doesn't make sense for you to chase for 100%, so chase for the full mark. So basically, my question is, I won't. Though I can reborn, but I won't want. I mean, the last 10 years just happened, so we cannot choose. I don't want to change anything. That's it. Thank you.
Is it you really enjoy your current life? That's a good thing.
I do.
Yeah. Although the topic seems quite serious, but think positively, because this realize that what is your core values, and also the most important thing is live happily and treasure every moment that with your loved ones. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Doris, have given us a very serious and critical question, which remind us to think deeply what we really needed, and especially after a so rushing life in Hong Kong. Yeah. And people have got used to live a very fast-paced life, and then when it comes so sudden, the ending of the day, people just feel it's too difficult. Yeah. And here we are going to have a guest introduction, and tonight we are honorable to have 3 guests. The first one is Jeff Tan. Yeah, and he came from USD. And can you do a simple introduction? Just stand here. Yeah.
Okay. I'm Jeff Tan, and today I'm honored to be invited by Terry to join this regular meeting.